Chapter 1. Last lesson of the afternoon. Learning objectives. 1. Analyzing the societal situation of Germany in that era. 2. Valuing the relationship between the teacher and students. David Herbert Lawrence, 1885 to 1930, was a famous English novelist, poet, essayist, playwright, literary critic, and painter. He is one of the most versatile and influential figures in 20th century literature. Last Lesson in the Afternoon was written by Lawrence at the time he was teaching in Croydon near London. Lawrence became disillusioned with the work. By this time, in England, the government had made education compulsory. Many pupils had no desire to learn but were still forced to attend school. He felt their time at school was futile, and the time he was trying to teach them was too a complete waste. Ultimately, he abandoned teaching and made up his mind to be a full-time author. When will the bell ring and end this weariness? How long have they tugged the leash and strained apart my pack of unruly hounds? I cannot start them again on a quarry of knowledge they hate to hunt. I can haul them and urge them no more. No longer now can I endure the brunt of the books that lie out on the desk, a full 60, of several insults of blotted pages and scrawl of slovenly work that they have offered me. I am sick, and what on earth is the good of it all? What good to them or me, I cannot see. So shall I take my last dear fuel of life to heap on my soul, and kindle my will to a flame that shall consume their dross of indifference and take the toll of their insults and punishment? I will not. I will not waste my soul and my strength for this. What do I care for all that they do amiss? What is the point of this teaching of mine and of this learning of theirs? It all goes down the same abyss. What does it matter to me if they can write a description of a dog, or if they can't? What is the point to us both? It is all my aunt, and yet I'm supposed to care with all my might. I do not and will not. They won't and they don't, and that's all. I shall keep my strength for myself. They can keep theirs as well. Why should we beat our heads against the wall of each other? I shall sit and wait for the bell. D. H. Lawrence. Find meaning: weariness, extreme tiredness, fatigue. Leash, a strap, chain or rope used to control the animal it is attached to, especially a dog or a hound. Query, somebody or something that is chased by another, here the target or objective. Brunt, the main force of something, especially a blow or an attack. 60, a score is 20. Indifference, unconcern, apathy. It is all my aunt, an expression of indifference and disbelief. Abyss, an chasm or gorge so deep that its extent is not visible. Dross, waste or impure matter, worthless. Endure, tolerate. Exercise time. A. Answer the following questions. 1. Which idea does the poem begin and end with? Answer. When will the bell ring and signal the end of tedious lesson? 2. What metaphor does the poet use in the first stanza of the poem? With which words in this metaphor sustained? Answer. The poet uses the metaphor of a pack of hounds, his pupils tugging at their leashes and straining. He continues this metaphor by using words such as quarry, prey, hunt. Later, he brings up the subject of dogs again. 3. Why does the poet think of his pupils as a pack of unruly hounds? Answer. They are not interested in the quest or hunt for knowledge and are unruly in their behavior. 4. What is the insult that the poet refers to in the stanza 3? Answer. The insulter refers to even prior to this. In stanza 3, they are the books scattered across the desk waiting for correction, and specifically the pages in these books containing blotted pages and scroll of slovenly work. 5. In stanza 3, the poet seems angry. Why? Answer. The poet does not want to waste the last dear fuel of life, his energy and what is left to him of his life, and take their results, their slovenly work, as punishment. He decides here that he will not take his any longer. 6. What is the poet's final decision or resolve? Answer. The poet's final resolve is to sit it out, wait for the bell, and not drain his strength but keep it to live his own life. He has given up trying. 7. Give 2 examples of the use of metaphors in the poem. Answer. The metaphor of a pack of unruly hounds straining at the leash and not prepared to join the hunt. Find their meaning. 1. Unruly. Disorderly and disruptive and not amenable to discipline or control. 2. Strained, showing signs of nervous tension or tiredness. 3. Blotted, marked or stained. 4. Slovenly, untidy and dirty. 5. Kindle, set something on fire. Fill in the blanks. 1. The last lesson of the afternoon is written by D.H. Lawrence. 2. It expresses a mood of bitter desperation and disappointment. 3. The poet, who also happens to be a teacher, compares his students to hounds because they hate chasing terrible students. 4. The poem expresses a teacher's exhaustion over the students he is supposed to be in charge of. Take the right options. 1. The theme of this poem is the weariness that undergoes 1. Teacher, 2. Doctor, 3. Engineer. Answer 1. Teacher. 2. He contents himself to simply wait for the bell to signal the dash of the day. 1. End, 2. Beginning, 3. Middle. Answer 1. End. 3. He compares his students to 1. Hounds, 2. Abyss, 3. Leash. Answer 1. Hounds. Match the following. 1. Weariness, extreme tiredness. 2. Brunt, an attack. 3. Abyss, a chasm or gorge so deep that its extent is not visible. 4. Endure, tolerate. 5. Leash, a strap, chain or rope to control animal. Let's enjoy the poem. 1. In stanza 4, the poet, remember he is a teacher, uses the word abyss. What does he want to show about his own situation by the use of this word? Answer. This means that he has sunk to the very lowest point of his life and cannot sink any further or take this kind of life anymore. 2. In stanza 5, Lawrence says, and yet I'm supposed to care with all my might. With reference to the notes for the poem, what does this mean? Answer. Lawrence was supposed to care because at the time he was a teacher, but he felt his time at school was futile. Communication. Writing skills. Choose 3 or 4 emotions and try to write a few lines reflecting each emotion you have chosen. Alter your style of writing to suit the emotions you are describing. Here are some qualities or emotions, but you may choose to describe others you wish. If you wish. Sadness, doubt, confusion, nervousness, apathy, terror, fury, serenity, laziness, hysteria. Do it yourself. Reading skills. Read the following lines and answer the questions that follow. 1. And take the toll of their insults in punishment. A. What does the word toll imply? Answer. A toll means a tax and it also implies to the sound of a bell being sounded. B. In what senses is it applicable to the speaker's situation? Answer. The tax would refer to the way in which he has to pay for or suffer the indifference of his pupils, and also perhaps to when a church bell tolls at the time of a funeral. C. What does the speaker decide to do? Answer. He decides to not waste his time or energy anymore. 2. What is the point? To us both, it's all my aunt. A. What is the point that the speaker is referring to? Answer. The point is whether they can write a description of a dog or if they can't. B. What does the expression "it's all my aunt" mean? Answer. It's all the same to me. I'm indifferent to it. C. What does this show about the speaker's feelings about his profession? Answer. He has to come to the end of his tether and feels that there is little hope for his pupils. He decides to give up teaching because he is bitter.